Right now, I, Aladdin Sane, wanna wish you all a happy 2020. This goes out to all my friends and fiends here in cyberspace and anywhere else inside this yellow submarine we call the planet Blue. In example, Scoops, USA, Hullerød in Copenhagen, and the people are now living in houseboats in Amsterdam and everywhere else. I want to wish you a happy new year to everyone who deserves it. Okay, let's say it that way. And as older I get, I feel that the time gets faster and faster and faster, and I've heard that from many other people too. My theory is that when you're a kid, you have seen a small, cute little baby boy or girl go and exploring everything. And I think that when we get older, we have seen it all. Not all, of course, been there, done that. But things are not new anymore. And then we start to get bored. No kids commit suicide. Um, yeah, I don't want to explain more about it, but that's my theory about it, at least. I'm not sure if you agree or not. I also believe that cosmos we live in, and everything from the smallest particles of dust until the biggest bangs and the biggest things, and everything is part of an unique kind of genius simulation. Everything belongs to everything. You belongs to me and I belong to you, even if we'll never meet. This kind of genius simulation is talked about sometimes by high educated people inside physical and space themes, or well, I don't remember the exact word at school right now, but inside these themes. And they say that the things you see at the end of it all, when you look in the Hubble or other big telescopes, reminds them of computer codes. It can be a coincidence, it cannot be a coincidence. Only your brain knows. I believe in some of the multiverse, also known as parallel universes. And here, the possibilities can only be stopped by your own imagination. As Timothy said, Timothy Leary, the great one, rest in peace. Timothy had a book he named Your Brain is God. Hjernen din er Gud in Norwegian. Just think about the revolution you have been through and still are in the middle of and will be in for many years to come. Once we had the Stone Age, we once had the Iron Age, we had longer times, thousands of years we had without a thing like fire. Just think about that. A simple lighter that you buy at the shop and don't think about before it's empty and you just buy a new one. If you have had this one some thousand years ago, if not, then a creepy bastard had killed you first. Then you would be seen as a supernatural, godlike creature. You would be in power. This is magic. Right now, ladies and gangsters, we are in the start of the digital time age. Such an interesting place to be, but so stressful too. In some years, I'm sure that there will be access to virtual reality PCs in every home that wants it. We will have own rooms, if not own houses, made for this kind of escaping from reality, or go deeper into reality, just like a good kind of psychedelic drug. That's the nearest icon. Well, we will wear suits with feeling sensors all over, which an example will make this as a sure way to earn much money if you trust in the right pornographic companies. Maybe sad, but true. Why is it sad? Why is it true? Up to you. You can also go into every kind of world at school. We'll no longer need to sit in rows, listen to one nice or not so nice teacher standing there, blah, 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 as Iggy Pop called an album. You can just press the power button on your PC and another button too, and then you are in the middle of the Stone Age, or okay, you can be in the gas chamber somewhere in the world, if it exists, and you can, for example, to make it a bit more smiley, you can jump to any place at any time. It will be a time machine. Don't you understand? I think, I'm 47 myself, I think that in our lifetime, before we die, we will see these things. Of course, not the end of it, I hope, but this will be really, really, really exciting. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine, as the band REM once sang. Well, we shall not talk too much now. I will just mention that I think, in example, kids who have problems with aggression, or people with not too heavy drug problems, can benefit on and get much help from virtual reality. It can help them with excitement, with joy and the need for speed, etc. But as I started with, we right now live in a big simulation, like Matrix, almost. A kind of version of Matrix, of course, if you have seen those movies. At least some percent of it. This will be like. We are now almost finishing this speech. It's cold in Norway today. 2019 has for me been a year of much thinking. Let me say, too much negative thinking. If you've seen pictures through the year, I haven't showed it all, but in periods, I almost didn't go near a shower. I was so depressed that well, of course, I washed myself, but my beard was like this, my hair was the Syrian guy that cut my hair hadn't seen so much hair on the roof. No, not roof, but on the floor in his shop before, he said, with a smile. So I like long hair, nothing about that, but for me it was just because of that I didn't have energy to even take some shampoo in my hair for weeks at a time. I don't say this to make people feel sorry for this bastard of a guy. I hate being self-pity, but I want you to know that it's pretty normal to go up and down, there and here, around, been there, been here, done this, done that, and so have also I. But as you make the bed, you also will sleep, says an old saying. As easy as this, I think it is, so I don't blame anybody but myself. Of course, the divorce was hard to swallow, but that's almost for everyone going through things like that. And a lot of other things we don't need to talk about because it's not interesting. I have now, in 2020, been a junkie, injected drugs into my veins in the whole 90s and the next century, the next decade. This was from 2000 to 2010. I started on methadone in 2000, and still I take a shot once in a while, but I try to do it as little as possible. So maybe I shoot up 12 times a year now, and that's victory for me. I don't regret using psychedelic drugs, for example, because I think you learn about it. That's why they call it smart shop or shop in Amsterdam, where they sell magic mushrooms, plain soap, and other psychedelics. But what I regret is starting to shoot needles into myself. That's not too smart, and I will advise every youngster today to never use a needle. You get incredible addicted. But my life ain't destroyed. Not at all. What I'm going to do in the near future is to try coming in as one of the persons in the National Heroin Project. And with my background, I think and I hope that this will happen. Oslo and Bergen in Norway will be the first two towns, two cities, but 300 places in the first project. Since methadone in 20 years haven't worked as it should on me, I need the real thing. I don't think that you need it, but as an addicted man, I need it. So simple is it. Then I can use my time to write. I like to write, novels, and I've also started on some short stories and novels, and I write some poems and things like that. But what I mean is that I feel normal, completely normal on heroin. I don't feel high. I don't think that other people will think I'm high. Today I've been taking 140 milligrams methadone, which ain't far from enough. A normal person will die after 40 milligrams. That's life. Enough bad shit. To everybody who watch me now, I wish you and everything you touch magic and luck for the year 2020. I love the Danish words held och lycka. Magic and luck. Bye for now. Maybe we'll meet this year.